How do dreams and nightmares help you heal abuse? I mean, how do nightmares help me heal? That just sounds really weird. In this video, I'm going to share with you the absolute benefit of having nightmares and what they do to point you in the direction of what you need to heal. Hi beautiful beings, I'm Carol Wraithel, occupational therapist, metaphysical minister. I help people on their awakening journey tune into the inner wisdom from upstairs and lead fulfilling and empowering lives. Many of us need to heal when we begin our awakening journey. It seems that just about every human on the planet needs to do that. But unfortunately, some of us have been abused when we were young. Let's look at the types of dreams we have. The first type are the dreams that we have when our subconscious mind and our brain is cataloguing the information from what has happened during the day and putting it into places in the memory where they're either easily accessed or they're filtered out because there's no relevance. It's unbelievable, but our brain is constantly absorbing information during the day that never reaches our awareness. The second type of dream are the prophetic dreams. These are dreams that predict something that's going to happen in the future. I once had a dream. This was before I went on a road trip. I was in the car with the people that I was going to travel with, and there was a truck coming towards us and some cars in front of us, and the truck was heading over into our lane, and in the dream we had to brake really hard to avoid hitting the truck. Well, the next day, coming home from where we'd been, the same people, there was a truck pulling out from the right hand side of the road. We travel on the left in New Zealand, and it pulled into our lane. The driver was a really good driver in our car. He hit the brakes and we just managed to avoid an accident. The night before I dreamt of this, but I didn't say anything. In hindsight, I could have said just, make sure you don't travel too fast or something. But in a way, telling somebody beforehand can lead to an anxiety, and it could have caused the accident. So sometimes you just need to sit on these prophecy dreams. The third type of dream are real journeys, when you go out of your body and you go and visit somewhere. Every one of us does that at night, but we don't always remember where we've been. We might have a dream of an impression of travelling somewhere. And just recently, I had a dream that I was at the airport about to hop on a plane and I didn't have a passport. I knew I didn't have a passport and I wasn't going to do anything about getting one. But the dream, I would have been going off to travel with a group of people, but my brain interpreted it as going on a plane, and my normal mind was just conscious enough to say, hey, but I didn't have a passport. So I found that one quite amusing. Another type of dream that we have is our subconscious mind showing us the parts of ourselves that we need to heal. And these dreams are often the nightmares. You can have a dream of running away from a monster, and the interpretation of that would be that you're really, in real life, avoiding dealing with something, avoiding healing it, running away from facing that thing head on, and it's usually something we fear, so we're avoiding facing a fear. And there's many ways that the subconscious mind can create a nightmare to tell us what it is in ourselves we need to heal. Dreams happen in symbols. Our subconscious mind communicates to us in symbols. Our energy body and higher dimensional beings communicate to us in symbols. So what might happen in a dream doesn't always literally mean what it was you dreamt about. One of the frequent dreams I used to have before I healed was driving along a road beside a cliff, and there were big chunks of the road missing. And normally in a car you wouldn't get on that road, you would fall down through the cracks or fall down the cliff. But in my dream, somehow I was managing to keep the car on this road with all these bits missing. I would have this type of dream frequently. They were scary and disturbing. It was only when I was doing my healing work and beginning to interpret my dreams that I realized the meaning of that was that I was taking a path that wasn't in my best interest. At the time I was heavily into addictions. The dream was telling me the path I was on wasn't serving me. I needed to fill in the road, which meant I needed to heal. And ultimately I needed to stop the addictions so I could see the full picture, so I could see the full road. After I healed, I drove along normal roads, and the dreams weren't scary. I was comfortable driving on those roads. So I got the message from my subconscious that I was on the right path, and that the roads were stable, they were good, everything was fine. So the road was a symbol for my life and for what I was doing. So the dream things are symbols, and we'll go on more about this in a different video. I will do a part 2 for this, and we'll talk about the symbols that happen in dreams that are common to all of us. Many symbols are unique just to us. It's the meaning we place on them. Now, another dream that I used to have that was really disturbing was I was back in school as a girl, and I was standing up and screaming and verbally abusing the teacher, telling them they could not control me that way. It took a lot of years for me to address that one too, but because I was abused as a child, I'd had my power taken away. In the dream, I knew that I was going to get into trouble by speaking the way I was, and that was the disturbing part of the dream. But the other side of that dream was I was standing up for myself and telling somebody no. And that was so important for my healing. So those dreams were very healing for me. Just by standing there and saying no, and okay, the verbal abuse probably wasn't that good, but I was releasing anger. And it's important that we release our anger when we've been abused, because of course we're angry. When we lose that feeling of being a victim and having no control over our lives, when we first start noticing that we can have power and we can have control over our life, we become angry, because that's the next level up from feeling powerless, is being angry that somebody took that power away from us. So if you're having dreams like this, take heart. You are taking your power back. And I recommend you do some work around releasing your anger. Hard physical activity of any sort is just fantastic. Or journaling, writing down your feelings is really powerful as well. So nightmares are really the wounds inside us crying out to be healed. The subconscious mind is creating scenarios to tell us, this part of me is wounded, it needs to be healed. I need you to take notice of me. and they will put up things in this symbolic form so that we notice. And once you start paying attention to your dreams, your subconscious mind will then begin to show you something different. Now, it's important with dream work, if you want to work with your dreams, to write your dream down as soon as you wake up. Literally have it beside your bed, reach over, pick it up, and just write down keywords about your dream. So if I was writing keywords down about the school situation, I'd write teacher, classroom, screaming, swearing, angry. And then if you need to go to the bathroom, do that, but come back to this journal. Even wake up 5 minutes earlier to do this, and write down sentences about your dream. Leave a space after each sentence so that when you come back to interpret it, you've got room to interpret every part of the dream. In some cultures, dream work is such a major important part of their life that they will talk about their dreams with each other and help each other interpret them. They know the importance of dreams in every different way that I mentioned, whether it is a true journey or whether it's something that needs to be healed. It's time we came back to that. If you've ever done it in the past, if you've ever done it in a previous life, you might have an interest in doing dream work because it was a big part of your life before. It's worth buying a special book to do that, putting a cover on it. I have a beautiful dream journal. I bought a purple sparkly book wrap, and I wrapped it, and so every time I pick it up it just feels really special, like I've got a spiritual connection with the journal. Paying attention to our dreams is a very strong way of connecting with your own spirit, because spirit also communicates to us in symbols. So the dream may be full of a spiritual language and pointing you towards your own spiritual development. It's just amazing. And in the next video we will talk about some symbols or parts of your dream, like where you are in relation to your environment, that are common to all of us. So I'm going to talk about those things. They can give you a really good context and meaning to your dream before you start addressing what happened in the dream. So please subscribe for more. Like this video so it gets shared out by YouTube, or the other platform is Rumble that I put my videos on. And share it with anyone you know who is interested in working with dreams, and even who is interested in solving the reason why they're having nightmares. Nightmares are not something to be scared of. They are something to work with. And as I said before, once we pay attention and start to interpret our nightmares, the dreams and nightmares will change. It's likely the nightmares will go away because your subconscious mind knows you are paying attention. So I look forward to seeing you, and I will be waiting for you in the next video. Bye for now.